he would be, and Panto Prince
He
wouldn't.
has whipped round at the start, and he's not taking any part. He's backing up. You can see there he is not with them. He came under orders, and so quite a lot of the interest has gone from the race already. They're at the first, all and the other four safely over, and it's Panto Prince and Taffy Jones, and you can see Vocatini still not interested at all. Come down towards the second, which is a ditch, and oh dear, boy oh boy, Desert Orchid took that well, with about 6 foot to spare, John Oaksey.
Oh, very, very sad that Vocatini should have behaved so mulishly at the start. Not the first time he's done it, but the first time at any rate I've seen him actually refuse to take part at all.
Yeah, we saw yesterday how quickly Beijing Sunshine could change direction, and you just saw it there with Vocatini. He looked for all the world as though he was going to go, and then at the last second just whipped round. It's a shame because he's the only real 2-mile horse in this race.
But never mind, let's enjoy Desert Orchid, and Jim Thorpe still getting an awful lot of weight, still by no means easy to weed. Coming now to the downhill fence.
And I must say a word of encouragement there for Taffy Jones and Matty McCormack. Rank outside to Taffy Jones in the green colours, red cap on the outside, but with one of them out the way, well, think positively, he picks up nearly £500 in prize money. Does it? Oh, well, he does if he gets round, and at the rear of the field, Jim Thorpe makes a mistake too. But it's Desert Orchid in the lead, ears pricked, going very well indeed, and Vocatini now coming up past the stands, and I'm afraid to say getting not a deserved reception from the crowd in the stands. There he is, Vocatini, out of the race. Anyway, they're over the first and the back straight, and it's Desert Orchid leading. They've jumped 4 then, so a short run to the 5th, and let's concentrate on the race. Desert Orchid leading by 4 lengths. To Panto Prince in 2nd, Taffy Jones is 3rd, and Jim Thorpe is 4th. The next one they take is the 2nd ditch, and Desert Orchid comes to it, stands off it a long way. Panto Prince in 2nd, and Taffy Jones now being passed by Jim Thorpe. They race down to the water jump, and it's Desert Orchid in the lead. Desert Orchid by 4 lengths to Panto Prince in 2nd as they come to the water. Desert Orchid jumps it safely, Panto Prince in 2nd, and then Taffy Jones with Jim Thorpe on the outside of it. They race down towards the 8th, and these are the 3 railway fences, 3 in close succession, and it's Desert Orchid over safely from Panto Prince, who just had to put a leg out to save himself, but he's still in 2nd place. They go to the 9th, and Desert Orchid the leader. Desert Orchid from Panto Prince and Jim Thorpe, and Taffy Jones, the last on the far side, and Desert Orchid back to 2 miles, jumping it well, but Panto Prince, a good 2-mile horse on his day, coming up on the outside of it. Don't rule out Jim Thorpe, back in 3rd. I think you can forget Taffy Jones as they turn into the home straight. It's Desert Orchid with Panto Prince on the outside of it. Jim Thorpe is 3rd, so they just got 3 more fences to jump, and Desert Orchid, a winner of 22 races, leading, but Panto Prince, a winner of 12 races on the outside, is 2nd. Jim Thorpe getting a little bit closer, but Desert Orchid yet to be asked for his effort. And I should imagine he's probably thinking to himself, well, I've got to go round again, Simon. What's going on here? Panto Prince coming up on the outside of him, coming down towards the 3rd from home, and it's Desert Orchid on the inside, and doesn't he jump well? Jim Thorpe was the one that makes a mistake, and Desert Orchid goes on by a couple of lengths, and Panto Prince comes under pressure, and Jim Thorpe tries to close. Both the 2 speed horses behind Desert Orchid, who comes down towards the 2nd last and jumps it brilliantly. Jim Thorpe through the top of it, Panto Prince in 2nd place. They race down towards the 13th and final fence, and Desert Orchid looks and thinks this isn't simply an exercise canter. It's 5 clear as he comes to it, and what a superb jump by Desert Orchid. He's 8 to 10 lengths clear, making specialist 2-mile chasers look very one-paced. But amazing performances. Desert Orchid 12 stone, 12 lengths clear, up towards the line. Desert Orchid, 23rd race, and they'll never be easier. Desert Orchid the winner, and the forecast backers have Jim Thorpe to thank. He finished 2nd, Panto Prince was 3rd, and Taffy Jones put in a clear round for £500. And so the result of this, the Tingle Creek Handicap, a race really very much in the style and in the form of Tingle Creek would approve, at 5 to 2. Desert Orchid has come back to 2 miles. This winner over 3 miles, 5 furlongs. Simon Sherwood shaking his head. He can't possibly believe that he's won so easily. Don't forget he carried 12 stone and he just simply annihilated them. 2nd is number 3, Jim Thorpe, ridden by Mark Dwyer, and 3rd, number 2, Panto Prince, ridden by Brendan Powell. Well, if you And I can't believe that you weren't a fan of Desert Orchid before this race. You've got to be now. Think of this horse. What a multi-talented horse he is. You never know. At this rate, they'll be entering him in a 5-furlong sprint. Probably take the July Cup on the way. Desert Orchid, a 9-year-old, his 23rd race, and he's never won more easily.
The only mistake he made, I think, was at the middle one of the railway fences.
What?
And now coming to the pond, he knows where he is, and pricking his ears, he doesn't make any mistake at all. In fact, he pinged it, and the two behind him, you'll see, I think Jim Thorpe hits this second last quite hard, and at this stage, the last thing they can afford is to make mistakes.
Really is an extraordinary horse, this. In the Whitbread, he gave £1 stone and £11 to Strands of Gold, who we saw win the Hennessy last week. And if this horse doesn't win the Gold Cup next March, then I think I'll probably flat shavings. He certainly deserves to, and he really is a once-in-a-lifetime horse, I think, John.
If only they'd switch the Gold Cup to Sandown, I don't believe there'd be any doubt at all. It's just the question of the fact that Cheltenham's the wrong way round for him. He does seem to love to gallop to the right, but he also loves to jump, and we love to watch him. What a beautiful sight this has been. It came to the last, he absolutely pinged it, and you see the familiar slap, congratulatory slap, which Simon Sherwood gave him at the end of the Whitbread Gold Cup. He gives it again today at the finish of the Tingle Creek.